holding up the circle, Glynis.
Woo!
And tonight's theme is truth through earth. So we're going to be reflecting a little bit as well on our experience with truth through fire and what that represented for us. I personally had loads of connection with fire this week, and it was a lot to do with Fire Dragon too. I did a sound bath on Saturday night, and we went through each and every one of the actual 4 dragons, and they invited everybody to dance and move on their yoga mats as the dragons before we had a sound bath, and it was brilliant. Fire means so many different things to so many different people, and I suppose it's the level on which you work with fire. How have your reflections been on fire this week, Glynis? Have you had any fire moments?
I know wind in terms of element, but I felt lots of fire through the wind this week because I see it fire a lot of the time as sort of passion and from the wind you get
Yeah,
lots of
fiery
energy, lots
wind,
of
yeah.
movement, and it's been very windy this week. So
It
yeah,
has.
definitely.
It's been unbelievable. Like I went to go and visit Northumberlandia, and I was standing on one of the tits and I nearly got blown off a boob. I climbed
Yeah.
up onto the boobs of Northumberlandia and I was standing right there, and I thought, that's it, my last moment of my life is going to be standing on this great big earth mounded tit, and I'm just going to be never seen. But I was okay in the end. But yeah, the wind was so powerful, and it's like fire as well. Sometimes we look at fire as if it's the fearsome force, but actually, fire can be so gentle if you work with it in the right way. And if you are open to recognizing fire as a gentle and soft, soothing force. So, fire can be the tiny little flickers that appear on your hob when you just turn the gas on. The little tiny buds of blue flame that are right there just waiting to heat gradually and gently. Or fire can be turned right up, and it can be this huge warrior of a destructive force which is coming to take everything down. And that's the same with air as well. We often feel into air as if it's a soft, almost motionless thing, because when we're inside, we are actually protected from the elements. We even say that when we go into our houses, we are shielded from the elements. So actually, we are shielded from the forces of nature when we're inside. If you step outside, you're going to really feel air. If you step outside when it's hot and sunny, you're really going to feel fire. So we actually give ourselves shelter from the elements and their harsh qualities. And we come inside, and it's almost like an alchemical process that we go through to create just the right amount of heat inside our living space. We're masters of alchemy, and all we need to do is turn the thermostat up or down. We're working with the element. When we're working with an oven, a fan assisted oven, you're working with fire and air to perfectly create the scene in which you need to roast something. And the same with earth. So when we're truly outside in earth, if you've ever really felt earth, you'll know that earth is, it's very changeable, it's unpredictable. Earth is never the same because it changes so quickly and so easily. Mud turns to soft mud in water. Working with the elements and adding different qualities to elements really does change and transform them. When you add air to earth, you get an erosion, you get erosive qualities of air, so that fast, furious air will bring round shrapnel and tiny micro pieces of earth to brush past earth itself and wear it down. When air is still and soft, that's where earth gets to grow more. Where air is pure, that's where you get this beautiful moss growing like tiny little miniature plants on the side of rocks and trees and bark. And then where heat is just right, that's the same. So nature has its own raw cycle of expression within itself as elements, and as human beings we also have our own. We like to be warm inside. If it's too cold, we shiver. If it's too cold, our response, our automatic response, is to shiver, because we need to heat ourselves up. And with the earth, if we're looking at earth honestly, we need to understand that the truth of earth can be somewhat changeable. So any truth of earth is only as true as it is in its present moment. And once you've experienced that present moment, it's past. So we could be moving into accepting truth as change when we're looking at the earth. We could be receiving truth, our own truth, through a very compassionate nature of change. Change is very compassionate because it's an inevitable process which also allows letting go and forgiveness. Earth, letting go. Possessiveness. What do we truly possess? When we think about earth, we think about solid objects, material possessions. When we think of truth with earth, we wonder what truth we actually possess. What truth is there which is in actual physical form, and how do we feel it? The qualities of earth are also our physical body. So when we come to be in contact with our physical body and the physical body of others, what do we know? What does earth reveal about truth? And what does truth reveal about earth? So to start off, we're going to connect really solidly to a piece of earth. And when we do that, I'm going to play a bit of music. And we're just going to meditate with our crystal. Last week we meditated with flame. And this week we're going to meditate with a representation of earth, and for most of us we're going to have crystals at hand. We're really going to feel into the earth, and I also just invite you, if you want to just be so present with that earth you've got. Can you hear the sound, Glynis? Give me a nod if you can. Yeah, shall I turn it up or not? Turn it up. Can't turn it up, I'm sorry. I've got mine. What stories has this got to tell us? Through your hands, as you hold your piece of earth, I'd like you to connect to the template of life and existence that this piece of earth carries. As you'll find, that earth is surrounded by solidity. In that solidity there must be a fluidity that can be discovered. Just like a fish that lives in the water can feel air and can feel solidness, so too can we feel movement in the earth, which is solid. One way you might want to do this is to close your eyes and allow your mind to be clear, just your psychic eye. Allow your imagination to be completely clear for a moment, with nothing on the screen of your psychic eye, just a blank slate. And as that's happening, feel into the pulse of your hands as you hold on to your piece of earth. And as you do this, you're allowing your heart to connect through your hands and to send back a feedback, almost like a sonar. Your heartbeat through your hands reaches the earth, and the earth responds, resonating with your heartbeat, and that message goes back through to your heart, appearing in your psychic vision, the image of the earth which you hold. And perhaps it sends you on a journey to the earth from where it came. Perhaps it's inviting you and showing you the earth from where it came and what the truth is about where it came from. What's the truth of the earth from where this came? What are the patterns and templates and blueprints that are carried within the earth from where this piece came from? Allow yourself to dance and dream and float and dissolve with that inquiry and that curiosity about the truth of this piece of earth which you hold. And spend a few minutes dreaming on this truth of earth. And see the history which this earth has seen as well. Ancestry upon ancestry, life upon life, all collecting and fusing and morphing in with the life of the earth. Frozen layers of love and history and joy and wonder collected all together and told within the earth. The record keeper, truth without words. And just take a moment to really thank the earth. Send out through that resonance, through that sonar blast, a blast of gratitude for the earth, so it knows that you have heard the truth, you have felt the truth of the earth. And you are one with that truth. And know that you can revisit this moment of connecting with the earth at any time. But for now, you can take a lovely breath with that earth and come back to share that experience of connecting with the earth. I received an amazing message from this earth. I got the message, I am Bardo. I don't think it means Bridget Bardot. It means, I know the word Bardo, so maybe that was the most sensible connection for me. Bardo is the in-between, B-A-R-D-O. This is a Himalayan quartz, and the Bardo is a sacred book of Tibetan Buddhists, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And it's about being in the in-between. So the first message I got was aspiration, which means constantly striving and being in a state of actually not having achieved, but always being willing to strive and having the enthusiasm and passion to go for it without ever reaching an ultimate goal, but just constantly being in aspiration of something. And then that word gave me in between, because you're not at the start of something and you're not at the goal of something, you're at the in between. And then from in between I got the Bardo. And then I was given a reflection of one of my patterns. Strength, be strong and true in moments where you feel a weakness. Be strong and true. How? Oh, she's gone. I was just giving myself a little sermon there then, Glynis. Having a little chat to myself. Are you back? Oh no, Glynis. I don't know where she's gone. Maybe I'll deal with that somehow. Another way. Yeah, be strong and true.
half of what you said, I think.
I was just giving myself a little sermon.
Why not? Why not?
So I thought you were there. I was talking to you in spirit, and I feel that you will have received that. But if you didn't, if you'd like to revisit it and actually listen to it, you can listen to it on the recording. How was your journey with the earth there? Your connection? That was more connecting to rather than journeying with. What was your connection?
Well, a hedgehog appeared.
And
A
turned off
hedgehog
and
appeared.
turned off your Zoom.
Uh, and then the hedgehog, it turned the spikes of it turned into all these like patterns that sort of just like spread out, and then it turned into a sea urchin and like sea urchins underneath the sea.
Wow.
But I don't necessarily know what my interpretation of that means.
Well, you were
Yeah.
connecting to Earth through the crystal and you found a hedgehog. What crystal was it you've got? What have you got?
I don't even know what it is. I got my daughter just to pick it for us, and I always when I'm doing things out in nature, I always like to pick up a stone, and I
Put
always
it right
feel it
up
in my hand.
to the screen for me. It looks like an agate, so it's a piece of agate, which is it's a earthing crystal. It is a very earth style, almost like a glass. Yeah, it's agate or chalcedony perhaps, but so now you've connected with the earth. What would you say that journey was for truth then? Perhaps that connection. What was true about that connection? What did you feel that was true about the connection?
I don't know. I know it's like the patterns, I just was seeing lots of interesting patterns, and it was connecting us to how different things in nature can be the same pattern, but in different things.
Yeah, that's really good. That was. I don't know if you've ever stood on a sea urchin. It's
Yeah.
awful. The spikes like stay in your foot for ages and ages, and you just notice that like forever.
You
So
can't get them out.
no, exactly. Yeah.
They just have to grow out.
Exactly. And I'm sure that in the WhatsApp group, if we've got any reflections on our journeys as well, we can share them in the WhatsApp group. Because I know Rose has had a journey with last week's session, but she might not have shared that in the WhatsApp group. So we can also like continue discussions on journeys that we have when we're rewatching the video and add them into the WhatsApp group, and that'd be amazing.
Yeah, brilliant.
So we're going to go into a journey on truth with earth. So we're going to go through and consider all of the true natures and the qualities of earth. So the qualities of earth are dark, moist, um, also life-giving. Qualities of earth are material possessions, material objects, solidity, and just as a record keeper. The earth is a record keeper for all templates which have walked upon it. And when we're thinking about our own personal truths, I wonder what our truth of earth is. What do we feel true? What is my truth of earth? Last week we had our truth of fire. What is our truth of this earth? And how do we honour it? So when you get in there and you find some truth about earth, ask the question, how do I honour you? What is it I can do to give thanks to you for presenting this truth? How will I know you? How will I know it's you, truth of earth? when you call me and give me advice? How do I honour you, truth of earth? And also, how do I call you? How do I call upon you? So, when we're ready, we'll take ourselves to that place of journeying. Getting ready to put on your bandana and lie back, relax and breathe as you see. I'm going to turn this light off. Maybe put a candle on. As you see ahead of you the way to the tree of life. Through the earth, moving across to the tree, and inviting the truth of the earth to carry you upwards, to show you the middle realm, or to reveal to you what lies beneath as truth. tree. Come back, come back, come back to me. So take a few moments to note down your journey and what was presented to you, and really feel into all of the expressions that you can come with a pen and paper for your journey. Write them down, and we'll have a little share with Glynis now. And if you're rewatching the recording, then do share your reflections in the WhatsApp group.